Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Mike Dalcoe, the CEO, continuously empowering others. Welcome to this live stream. I'm going to take just a half a second and give a couple of people, okay, well, no, actually jumping on pretty quick. So thank you all for jumping on so quickly. I look forward to having this conversation with you. I've put a lot of thought into this. I actually had a little dream about it, and I'm going to sort of not talk about the dream because I want to kind of hold that to myself for a later date. But I will give you the basics of that dream that I had, and it brought out this talk that I want to share today. And so I entitled it "Hold Your Assets." I couldn't do this talk yesterday because it was Sunday. So today I can say assets. Hold your assets. All right. And I hope that this call will be globally instructive because very few people understand that wealth building is what's going on. Jason, man, call me, bro. We got to get together. I'm going to go ahead and record this for YouTube. So stand by for just a second. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mike Dalcoe, the CEO, continuously empowering others. Today, I want to have a conversation that the 1%ers, the very wealthy class in the world, understand, and the 99%ers, they don't really get this, or maybe 95%. The working class, the people that keep the economic engine running, typically do not understand what I'm about to share. I'm also looking at my Facebook live feed, and lots of our affiliates from around the world are actually chiming in with me. So if they say something that I can use on this stream to collaborate, I will do so. So feel free, those of you that are on Facebook, to chat. I am monitoring it. I want to say hello to all of you. I don't want to start calling names because it's already too many to call names. But I do appreciate you jumping in and listening to anything I have to say. I'm not egotistical enough to believe that what I'm saying is so earth-shattering and no one else has ever said it, but I am believing that I'm saying it to a sphere that have been called to listen to anything that I might say of value and can grow from it, and then you can go and impact your circle and sphere of influence. So welcome everybody on Facebook Live. Welcome to those of you that might watch this over YouTube as we continue in this conversation. Protect your assets. Protect your assets. And this came out of a business that we do called Carrot Bars International, where almost everything that we do is accumulating assets. Now, I need you guys to dig in deep with me as we have this conversation because it can be a little touchy. It's almost like, how dare you try to tell me what to do with my money? And a beautiful thing about networking, anybody that's followed me for any period of time have heard me say this over and over again. I love networking. One of the great things about it is there are no bosses. No one's in charge. No one's working for anyone. We don't even work for Dr. Health, Constantine Zeitz. We're all independent affiliates. We work for ourselves. Network marketing is one of the last great bastions of the free enterprise system. It gives you an opportunity to build a business for yourself, but not by yourself. Before you working for yourself, and in other words, it's a meritocracy. You earn, you eat what you kill. You eat what you earn, right? So whatever you build and earn, that's yours, right? You get a percentage of everything you build towards. And if it's a legal networking company, in other words, if it's not a pyramid where you can never get above the people above you, no matter how much you make, they make more. If it's a true meritocracy like Carrot Bars, a person can sponsor you and that person can go right past you if they outwork you. And that's why I love networking. A gentleman sponsored me. I ran right past him. He doesn't mind me saying it. I love Nate for telling me about Carrot Bars, but he didn't work it as hard as I did. I out-earned him. I ran right past him. And you can too. You can run right past your sponsor because it's not a pyramid. You can invert that thing where you're out-earning the person that brought you into the business. That's why I love networking. So there's no boss in this industry. That's the good news. The bad news is there's no boss. See, the thing that makes corporate America work so well is that corporate America has a boss. They actually have somebody telling you what to do. And because they're telling you what to do, it creates order. It's got this nice order. There's an owner, the CEO, and then there's senior level vice presidents and a board of directors, and then there are area managers and branch managers and senior level managers and supervisors, and then there's you. And the supervisor is telling you to do what the branch manager told him to do, what the area manager told him to do, what the regional manager told him to do, what the board is telling the vice presidents needs to happen, what the CEO wants to see the vision for the entire company. That's a perfect pyramid. And no matter how many times they give you a $5 a year raise, that CEO got another $1 million. You're talking about income disparity. There is so much income inequality in corporate America, it's not even worth talking about. They have Democrats and Republicans fighting each other tooth and nail over different laws and policies, when in fact, it is the major corporations that pay those politicians millions of dollars to run their campaigns, so they will enact laws that will put money in the CEO's pocket. They can collapse a company and get a $20 billion parachute, golden parachute. Man, they don't care nothing about you. I say that so emphatically, and I know sometimes I rub folks the wrong way. I don't care about your politics. They don't care about you. The average net worth of the politicians in Washington, D.C. is probably $2 or $3 million, half $500 million in net worth. I don't know what the number is. You go Google it. You'll see what I'm saying. Don't believe me. Don't believe me. Go do your own research. You'll find out, man, they don't care nothing about you. You sitting there in mainstream America in Kansas making $20 an hour. You really think a billionaire politician gives a flip about you? They don't. So the most important economy is the one in your own home. So I love networking because it gives you a chance to be a free will entrepreneur and no boss over you. That's good. The bad part is, though, if you don't have the discipline, listen to me, this is important. If you don't have the discipline to do a task, man, look at this right here. I don't have to move far. Look at this stack of books. It's my reading material. This is what I'm reading right now. All right? These are the books that I'm reading right now. And I have to read these books. Why? Because I don't have a boss. Man, that's so strong. That's a whole nother live stream. I don't have a boss. Because I don't have a boss, I have to boss myself. I got to change my mindset, or I'll lay in the bed all day because I'm free. I have to make myself get to this desk. This is my workstation. I have to force myself to do all of my administrative work. Look at this. Admin stuff that I've got to do today. Business licenses and documents that I've got to read over and things to impact my personal business. If I don't read these books and get all these, really like books like Fake from Robert Kiyosaki, who teaches us that the whole system is a fake system. If I don't dig into these books, who else is going to teach me? I love my father. That man is awesome. I love Dad. Dad, if you're watching, I love you, but Dad doesn't know this stuff. My dad's not a multimillionaire. My grandma and granddad, they died never achieving any serious financial success. Grandma had a little bit, but nothing to pass on to future generations. My mom and my dad, they don't have anything. My brother's taking care of my mom right now. They didn't have anything, so they didn't have anything to pass. Right? So networking gives me the opportunity, if I discipline myself and commit to personal development, there's a compensation plan attached to my commitment to my personal development. But I have to make myself do it. So the bad thing about networking is there's no boss. Nobody's keeping people in line. We defer leadership and credibility to people that have had the levels of success that we're after. So that's why you hear me speak of my mentor, Ty Best, all the time, because he's been able to share with me things that no one ever taught me in my whole life. 49 years before I met Ty Best, and had never heard the very simple concepts and precepts that he was able to teach me over the last 6 years. So I have tremendous amounts of honor for Ty and Val Best. They've taught me things about finances and business and networking that I probably would have never learned without those two individuals. Sometimes people are even baffled by the level of deference and respect that I give to Ty and Val Best. Don't be baffled. Don't be baffled at all. When a person spends days, I just got off the phone with Ty Best for an hour. He called me and we talked for an hour. He's mentoring me to success. He's mentoring me to be able to become a mentor one day to other people. There are folks that ask me to mentor them. I'm still being mentored myself. I don't even feel like I'm qualified to mentor other people yet, but I do my best. They follow me and they watch me, but I'm trailing Ty Best. I'm watching his every move. I'm listening to his inflections in his voice. I'm mimicking him to a science because he's done what I want to do. Okay, that being said, protect your assets. I know I went the long way around, but I think that was good though. And so one of the things that Mr. Tabas taught me is the accumulation of assets. He said, Mike, he said, I've been in networking all my life. He said, and networking is a tremendous business opportunity. He said, but in the network marketing arena, Carrot Bars on a scale of 1 to 10, Carrot Bars is a 15 and everything else is a 3, 4, or a 5. And I say, well, why you say that, Ty? He says, because of what our product is. And I know Mr. Mark Pierce is on my live stream. He's a tax professional consultant extraordinaire. He's going to love what I'm about to say. No matter, I've seen a lot of other businesses and they do electricity and gas services and long distance, dial one. They do alarms for your house and household goods and services. They do investing and trading in the stock market and in the Forex. They do cosmetics, they do juice, they do household products and soaps, and they do online malls, shopping malls. All of those things are phenomenal businesses, especially in light of the fact that it's your business and you can build it as big as you want. But at the end of the day, all of them have something in common, even the financial sector where there's insurance and where you're doing term life insurance, network businesses that do term life, they all have one thing in common. The assets are paper or cosmetics. They're depreciating assets. Even, and I won't call any names. I see you guys chatting some names. I get it. I love networking businesses, so I'm not down on any of them. Do some network marketing business rather than none at all. Do something. Don't just keep going to your job and work till you die. At least have an exit strategy with a networking business, because it has been created that the average individual can have extraordinary success with a networking business. However, all those businesses, all of them to a one, their product is a depreciating asset. It is only a company whose product is a precious metal, diamonds, artwork, some products like that, where the asset is appreciating is where you find a true wealth building system. And so with Carrot Bars, everything is an asset, down to the business packages that are packed full of either gold or gold bonded cryptocurrency. So the whole system is either acquiring an asset or referring people to acquire an asset that pays you a residual commission in cash and more assets. So all we do is accumulate, listen to me, accumulate assets. So when someone shows you Carrot Bars International and your first question is, how do I sell the gold? If all you think about is when they say what we do is we save gold, that's a 5 gram asset, 5 gram bar of Carrot Bars gold, fine gold, 999.9 purity. We save gold for ourselves. We refer others to save gold, and Carrot Bars pays us a commission on our MasterCard. Don't worry, this is an old MasterCard. I've blocked out the numbers. It's no good anymore. I use this as a prop. They pay us on our own Carrot Bars MasterCard for saving gold and referring others to save gold for themselves. When they save, a commission is paid to us on our MasterCard, and they pay us in grams of free gold in our free gold savings account internationally. If we want to have that gold shipped home, they ship it to us via FedEx to our door, and we sign for it. And that's how we accumulate assets. Just in my hand, that's about $400 right there. 2 little cars, those two, it's concentrated wealth. So we accumulate assets. So if your first question, when someone tells you that we save gold and you can get a free gold savings account, they mean it's free, meaning you sign up today with no social security number. We don't need a credit card on file. Your name, your address, create a username and a password, your email address, the address to send you your stuff, zip code, and a password, and you're in business globally. Just like that, it takes 5 minutes to set up. It's easier to set up a Karatbars account than it is to set up a Facebook account. And yet people still wonder why we do this. And they say, okay, it's when the top 5 questions asked. Okay, when I get the gold, how can I sell the gold? And I'm sorry to move like that. I know that was a sarcastic little physical gesture, and I apologize for that. Let me stay calm. How can I sell the gold? Because they're not saying it nefariously. They're just not aware of accumulation of assets creates wealth. Somebody write that down. It is the accumulation of assets, not cash. It's not the accumulation of cash that creates wealth. Cash flow is easy. It's hard to accumulate assets because you got to defer, you got to procrastinate on things that you want, right? You got to be able to put off things that you want for a later date in order to accumulate assets. If you don't, you'll get paid in cash and you'll spend. That's right, Sarah Voorhees, you'll have a spending mindset. And all of us, if we live in America, we have a spending mindset. I want to read what Mark Pryor said. Gold opened January 2nd, 2019 at $1,280 an ounce. Today it's $1,500. That's a 17% increase all over the world. If you started with gold this year, you increased your asset. What percentage again? 17% growth in your money within this 12-month period. Where do they do that at? As Crypto Steve said, that's the accumulation of gold. That's how powerful what I'm holding in my hand is. Now, people say, well, they get in Karatbars and say, okay, how can I sell the gold? If your first question is liquidation, you have completely missed the educational process needed to get wealthy. Let me see if I can say that again. If liquidation of your asset is the first question on your mind once you join Karatbars, you've completely missed the education of the accumulation of assets. I think I said it right that time again. Sign up for a free Karatbars account. Start saving gold instead of paper. Paper loses about 2 to 3% a year. If we're not even counting unfunded liabilities, inflation erodes 2 to 3% of your wealth every year. So if you save $100, it's going to still look like $100 next year, but it's only going to have the buying power of $98 or $97. And that's because prices continue to rise in relation to the dollar, but not in relation to the gold. In 1920, you could have bought a car, brand new car for $645 or a kilogram of this stuff. Today, the price went up in relation to dollars. It would cost $40,000 to buy a new car, but still just a kilogram of this stuff. The price didn't rise in relation to gold. As a matter of fact, you can buy a brand new car, $40,000 car with a kilo of this stuff and still have about $8,000 worth of gold left over. You can buy put new rims and everything on the car, tint it and pimp it out for the gold, because gold is wealth. Paper is not. Paper is a medium of exchange. People say, well, if the dollar is worth nothing, give me your dollars. No, it is a medium of exchange. I'm still exchanging, so I'm not going to give you my dollars. I'm going to buy what I need with my dollars, but then I'm going to exchange the rest of my dollars for an asset. You got to save assets. Now, the next asset I want to talk about besides gold is our gold-based cryptocurrency. When we first got our KBC, it took 10,000 KBCs to get 1 gram of gold. Please hear me. It took 10,000 of our cryptocurrency, the KBC, to get one of these when we first started in 2018, February. Today, it only takes 100 of our digital cryptocurrency to get one of these. It took 10,000 when we started to get one of these. Now it only takes 100 to get one of these. The goal is one day it may only take 1 cryptocurrency to get one of these. So hold your assets. Protect your assets. Listen, if you took 1 million KBCs and sold it in the market and didn't protect your asset, this KBC is an asset. It's a cryptocurrency hard asset. It's gold-based. In other words, each coin represents a certain amount of this. It's the gold standard of cryptocurrencies. Like the dollar used to be backed by gold, now it's backed by nothing. Today, the KBC, our cryptocurrency, is literally based in this metal. Listen. There was a day when Bitcoin, I don't know exactly what the price of when it started, but let's just say we know there was a day when Bitcoin was 50 cents. 50 cents. You could get a whole Bitcoin for 50 cents. Let me get me a darker marker here so I can really drive my point home. You could get a Bitcoin. That's not better. All right. You can get a Bitcoin for 50 cents. And had you taken $1,000, guys, answer me. How many of you all have spent $1,000 on some stuff and you don't even know where the money went? Just tell the truth. Tell the truth. You spent $1,000 on some clothes, on some shoes, on a trip, and that money is gone. You paid some bills. You got a tax return of $3,000. And where is that $3,000 now? It's gone, right? You still got more bills, but the $3,000 in cash is gone. Had you taken $1,000 when Bitcoin was 50 cents, let me see, let me grab me a calculator. If you had taken $1,000 when Bitcoin was 50 cents, 1,000, it would have given you 2,000 Bitcoin. Man, I'm almost mad at myself right now, even doing the math. It would have given you 2,000 BTC. That was an asset. Now, it is a speculative asset only. In other words, it has no hard stop loss. It has no real value other than the technology that backs it and people's belief in it, which is what gives you value in it. But if you had bought 2,000 Bitcoin for 1,000 measly dollars when it was 50 cents, me too, Veronica, I'm guilty. I heard about it. My son used to gamble Bitcoin on online gambling, playing games online when it was 25, 30 cents. At 50 cents, $1,000 would have given you 2,000 Bitcoin. Folks that are uneducated financially say, well, but Bitcoin is down. It is down. Let me look at my phone right now, tell you what it's down to. Let's see what Bitcoin is today in real time. Bitcoin is $9,400. Now, each marketplace has a slightly different price, but it's $9,400 per Bitcoin. If you were to multiply 9,400 Bitcoin times $9,400 times 2,000 Bitcoin, you would come up with 18 million. That can't be true. Let me do it again. $9,400 times 2,000. Oh my goodness. That's $18,800. I had to do it twice, Bronny Roach. $18,200,000 would be your net worth. Oh my God. So look, this is what I'm saying. People see Bitcoin at 50 cents and don't act like you didn't miss it. You missed it. You know, you said Bitcoin. I don't want to do that foolishness. And then it went to $20,000 a coin and then it fell down to 18. I was like, see, it's losing value. So what if it lost value if you got it at 50 cents? Here, let me give you another one. The KBC came out at a half a cent. A half a cent. So ladies and gentlemen, if you had gotten that asset, if you had taken $10,000, instead of being short-sighted, if you had taken $10,000 and gotten that asset at a half a cent, you would have gotten 200,000. No, 2 million. What am I doing? $10,000 divided by 0.005, half a cent. You would have gotten 2 million KBC. Now watch me here, because I didn't come to play games with you today. I came to do some serious math. You would have gotten 2 million KBC for $10,000. All right. You say, well, why would anybody do that? I mean, you only getting, it takes 10,000 KBC to get 1 gram of gold. Why would anybody do that? Well, because today that half a cent has risen to 2 cents. That means you got 4 times your money. Now the 2 million coin is worth $40,000 in a little over a year. That's how the wealthy get richer. Now, if you were to take 1 million KBC today and cash it in the market, don't look, I'm not talking about any one. I'm trying to teach what I've been taught by people like Tony Degovea out of South Africa. If you think you've got enough KCB, which is KBC 2.0 in my opinion, if you think you've got enough KCB, you don't. Try to say it in Tony's accent, you don't. You don't have enough. Why? Because we missed Bitcoin. We don't have to miss this one. Look, 1 million KBC. If you took that right now and you exchanged it for BTC and you cashed it out on like Coinbase, you know, you tired of waiting on this to do like Bitcoin. It took Bitcoin 5 to 7 years to get where it is, to get stable and to become a real method of exchange like it is today. And they went through all the drama trying to build that infrastructure. Today, you trade that in for KBC, and ladies and gentlemen, you would get about $2,000 for that Bitcoin, for that KBC. And you take that $2,000 and you go pay bills. Where's the cash? Exactly, it's gone. Where are the bills? Temporarily gone. Next month, the bills are coming right back again and the cash is gone, and so is the KBC. You traded your asset for cash to pay a bill that's residual. Whoa. You traded an asset that's growing over time, going up and down in the upward trajectory. You traded your whole asset for cash that is a medium of exchange, and exchanged it for a residual bill that's coming back again next month. Or you traded it for a trip, or you traded it for a car, or you traded it for something. Sell your cash, trade your cash for stuff. Save your assets for the future, because assets grow. Stuff depreciates. Keep your asset, trade your cash. Now, the $2,000 that you traded were a 2 cents asset. Well, what happens, not if, when that asset gets to $1? That means it's going to increase 50 times. Well, what's 50 times 2,000? That's 100,000. Ladies and gentlemen, did I do that math right, Mr. Pyers? Let me check my calculator. 2,000 times 50. That's $100,000. Well, you took $2,000 and threw it away in lieu of $100,000. And all you need to do is hold the asset. What if that million KBC does half of what Bitcoin did? Right now it's at 9,400. What if KBC only does 5,000? You turn that, I gotta add 3 more zeros. No, 2 more zeros. All right, so that turned that into $10 million. Same asset, you turn it into $10 million. So hold your asset, protect your asset, learn about hard wallets and passwords and 2FAs. Protect your assets. Don't trade. I heard a story of a gentleman who traded 1 million KBC to pay a bill, and he had 2 cars in the driveway. The man, folks, that's just ignorant. I don't mean ignorant as an insult. I mean ignorant as in unlearned. They traded 1 million assets to pay a bill, about a $10,000, $20,000 bill. They traded 1 million KBC that could hit $1 and be $1 million. And then you can buy in all the stuff you want. If you hold your assets will grow, and then you can get more stuff later. And I'll tell you something else. If you hold the asset that you're accumulating through Carrot Bars, and then build your business asset that you acquired with Carrot Bars, you'll get all the cash you need as a medium of exchange to buy the stuff, and the cash and the business will spin off more assets, which you accumulate that make you richer, and you tell more people, which spins off more cash and more assets, and you tell more people, which spins off more cash and more assets, and before you know it, you're increasing in your rank in the company, which pays you more cash and more assets. You're telling more people because you have more notoriety, you have more credibility, which creates more assets and more cash. Build your business to make cash while you accumulate and protect your assets. This is Mike Dalcoe, the CEO, continuously empowering others. I hope you got something out of this live stream today. I know it was a little lengthy, but I had to get all of that out of my head and try my best to explain it as clear as possible. Thank you guys for saying that it was clear. If this has provided value to you, share it with some of your friends, some of your network, because your network is your net worth. And subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Facebook channel. Subscribe to me so that when I get these inspirations, I can quickly get up and share it with you. I had a serious dream about the KBC. Hold your KBC. You guys have a great day. We'll see you on the next stream.